So, hope you guys are doing good. Get myself together. It's your boy Intro the Intern, and this is Info with Intro Podcast. So, what are we going to talk about today? Merch. A little bit of a different spin. Why is merch so important? Well, you know, most businesses, um, whether it's for branding purposes, marketing, attracting people to your brand, merch is definitely key and to make extra money. So we're going to talk about why merch and what does merch have to do with audio and video and business and all this stuff. And yeah, so when you guys get a chance, go to www.introtheintern.com. There you can support the merch. You're going to find out why I'm always pushing the merch. If all else fails, some people are just fans of what you do. They respect what you do and they don't really need any service, anything from you than what you have already provided. It could be motivation, it could be inspiration, it could be sheer entertainment, and they just want to support you and they want to represent you. The best way to do that is to purchase some merch. So I made a list. It's not that long, but it's definitely worth something to talk about. And so we're gonna start off with number one. So merch turns viewers into customers. Audio and video builds the attention. Merch converts attention into revenue. So what goes hand in hand with doing all this video and audio? Simple. Merch. Being able to speak through the visuals and execute and get sales without actually having to say anything to make the sale. So this speaks for itself. The quality, the feel, the look, the attraction. All you have to do is put this merch on or put it what we call product placement. You place it somewhere in your video, and over time people will start to see it. It's getting the attention through the audio and the video, and therefore people will start to purchase. Okay, so views equals into customers when it comes down to something to sell, such as merch. Number two, merch extends screen presence into real life. Your content lives online. Your merch lives in the real world, walking billboards for your brand. So if you know you're going out networking, you're going to go out in general, you're going to go somewhere where there's going to be a lot of eyes on you. The best thing to do is to wear your merch, or if you're trying to support someone who has merch and you want to be the supporter and you want other people to see it, that's the best way, and being creative about it. You want to, nowadays you can make anything in the merch. So you want to be able to expand and make more than just hats and shirts and coffee mugs and jackets. You want to get real creative, because the more creative and the more um, time you put into it, the better the outcome. And a lot of people are gonna want to gravitate towards that, and they're gonna respect that, and they're gonna appreciate that, and you want that. You really want that. And being in the real world, not only if you have your merch in the videos, so it's living online, and then it's actually in the real world, so people can actually see it. And even if they don't know what you do, or you don't really have an opportunity to talk about what you're doing, this is a great way to start a conversation. This is a great way for people to ask you, hey, what is CMP? Or that's a dope design. Like, it just starts off a conversation, especially if you're shy, you're not someone that really knows how to be a starter when it comes down to conversations. This is a great way where you can get the ball rolling. Number three, merch strengthens brand identity. Logos, slogans, colors, and symbols become recognizable when worn repeatedly on camera and by supporters. So, your visibility, you got your brand, and people can start seeing it over and over and over. And eventually they're going to want it. They're going to know it. They're going to see it. They're going to understand it. They're going to say, hey, I need to have it because they've seen it so many times. And especially when you make it look good, you put yourself in the right places. Right now, I'm doing the podcast, so perfect opportunity to be seen, perfect opportunity to always have that merch. And it's just a win, you're getting promoted, promoting yourself. You don't have to even speak, it's already talking for you. Like I said, if all else fails, it's amazing, especially with the cameras and the videos now. 10x, 10x everything. So it just becomes more recognizable, and therefore more people is going to gravitate towards it, and they're going to want to know, okay, the merch is what led you to your audio work to talk. Okay, why do you have that? Oh, I do videos and audio, and this. Okay, that's dope. See, it's a conversation starter. Number 4, merch creates visual consistency in content. When you wear your own merch in podcasts, reels, music videos, events, you reinforce brand memory. So yes, gonna keep on wearing it. You're gonna keep on wearing it, and it's just gonna keep being a reminder of what the brand is. So it's not only about sales, it's what the brand is, what the brand represents. Branding is in your face, and it's not going nowhere. And the more videos you do, the more of a collage, and they can't help but to say, okay, now I know this brand. I know it. I know what it stands for. Number 5, merch builds community. People wearing your merch feel part of something. It creates a tribe psychologically. So you want to create this community, and it's just so cool. Like everybody is just wearing it, supporting, and they feel like they actually are part of what you're doing. They play a key role. They're promoting you, they're supporters, you know, they're happy, you're happy. It becomes a thing, it's alive, and it's dope. I'm telling you, it's so cool. It's very cool, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you want that. You want to be able to achieve that. It's an amazing feeling. Number 6, merch monetizes audio content. Podcasts and music don't always pay immediately. This is what I was getting. Merch gives direct to consumer income while you grow. So a lot of times, because there's so much audio and video that's being flown around the internet and television, and so much, and they have these devices such as these phones, people tend to devalue or have a delay in trying to be a part of, your initial reason why you're making these videos, because you're trying to make sales. And while they wait and they're trying to figure that out, they could still support you. You could still make income for your brand. You can make something, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, they may not even, need your services, but they love what you do. And this is a great way where they can be a part of what you got going on. The bills don't stop. So, it's a great middle ground. So you could just, you know, think about it. You're waiting for income to come in through invoices as an entrepreneur. So what about the other days? You know, it's some people think it's about getting rich. It's really just about making sure you pay the bills. However, because there's so much uncertainty, sorry. So you got to find a way to fill those gaps in. And, you know, podcast is one, but it's still digital, and merch, And number 7, merch increases perceived authority. So when your production looks professional and your merch looks intentional, Your brand feels established, not experimental. So you don't want it to be something that you're trying out, unless it's dope. You know what I'm saying? You want your production to look as professional, and you want that merch to go hand in hand, vice versa. It's gonna maximize your presence, maximize the authority. People just gonna be like that. It's undeniable at that point. Number 8, merch creates sponsorship leverage. Brands respect creators who have product, have audience, have identity. Merch shows you're serious. So by the time you reach merch, even though you got paperwork, you got videos, you got all that, it's something about having that uniform look and making it stylish if you want, and people saying, okay, this dude is serious. Because if he or she went to the lengths of making shirts, making hats, making cups, whatever, then this is what they're trying to do. They're passionate. And this is like the final stage of stamping that you're very serious about what you do. Number 9, merch fuels storytelling in video. Behind the scenes, designing it, printing it, packaging it, shipping it becomes content in itself. 100%. I've shown videos of me doing all of these things, and even with that, it just gives emotional connection between you and your consumers, you and your fans, you and your peers. People start realizing, wow, like it's so much work behind the merch, let alone it's so much work doing every and anything. So it's good to show people these steps, to show people that, hey, you really care and you want them to have this. This is bigger than just money. It's a passion of trying to deliver excellence. Number 10, merch supports multi-stream income. So the audio grabs your attention, the video is for visibility, and the merch is for ownership revenue. You're not relying on ads or streams. And like I said previously, it gets real hard, real competitive to break through all the noise. And even if you're spending ads, you can really burn through that. So having merch can help you offset the expenses that you have to do on a daily to run these things. Even though it's an expense in itself to create them, a little bit goes a long way. Number 11, merch creates scarcity and drops. Limited releases create urgency, which drives engagement to your video content. Yeah, so you can do little special things on the side, little drops here and there, kind of spice things up and get people to just flood in on your page and seeing what's going on. And hey, it's everything. It's a win. More views, more money, more likes, more attention, more opportunities, more collabs. You name it. You name it. And it becomes rare. Like people's like, nobody has this. It's true. Not everybody's gonna have it. There's so many brands out there, so not everybody's gonna have yours. You want a lot of people to have it, but then again, you want it to be unique and special, you know? Number 12, merch builds emotional attachment. Fans feel closer to you when they wear something connected to your message. 100%. People feel good. You see the happiness. You feel they like, oh man, like they just feel like they're part of this. And it's just dope. It's dope to see somebody wear something that you worked hard and you spent time on your ideas and just anything you create, even watching your videos or listening to your audio, your music, your podcast. It's like to create is one thing, but to actually have people love it and feel good about utilizing what you're creating is priceless. Number 13, merch makes your brand tangible. That's a great way of looking at it. Content is digital, merch is physical proof of your brand existence. So, in the day and age where DVDs, cassette tapes, VHS, CDs, Everything's streaming. You might have those for collectibles or merch purposes. Those could be merch purposes within itself. Vinyl. This is another way of having something physical. And you want it to be physical because it's gonna be in someone's house and or workplace. And honestly, that's how you cut through all the noise because everybody is doing the digital, and here you are on the person's desk or in the person's room or whatever the case may be with your product. They're always going to remember you. They're always going to put you first. They're always going to go back and check out what you got going on because you made it to their house, and it's physical. Digital get lost, but everything else, so much space means more room to add more things, and you slowly start getting pushed to the side. So this is a great way of being there physically in the real world. Number 14, merch increases organic marketing. Another plus. Every person wearing it becomes unpaid marketing. Yes, indeed. Walk down a block, you see somebody wearing Nike, you see somebody wearing Louis Vuitton. That's free marketing. I see it now. I want it. So you wanna be able to get that, and you are gonna get that because you're making the merch, you're selling the merch, giving out little freebies here and there. Like it's all good because it's all gonna come back to you. Either you're gonna get a sale from your merch, or excuse me, you're gonna make money through your services. So it's a win. Number 15, merch builds long-term brand equity. Audio and video trends change all the time. We notice. A strong product line builds something that lasts. So these videos might change. It might be long form. It might be a short film. It might be commercial. It might be shorts, Instagram reels, TikTok, whatever. But this is gonna outlast all of those videos because it's physical. And if people keep it in good condition, it'll last for years. While that video that you saw, you forgot about it. So it's definitely built to last, especially when you make it to last. It's gonna last. Number 16, merch positions you as a brand, not just a creator. Creators post content, brands build ecosystems. So you're building a brand where you have multiple ways of offering stuff to the market. So you're not just making audio and videos for your business or for someone else's business. Now you're expanding, you're trying to, and people gotta understand merch can bring just sheer opportunity, like that had nothing to do with nothing, just like, wow, modeling gigs, acting maybe, collab with another brand, and you're like, what? Like Nike wants to collab with you, and you're like, oh word, like that's crazy. You name it, you never know. Number 17, merch improves production ROI. If you're investing in cameras, editing, and studio time, merch helps return that investment faster. Like I said, all of this costs, and the economy's bad. Not a lot of people, like I said, they like you, they love what you do, but they just don't know. They may not have a business that they need audio video work. Like I said, this is a perfect way to at least, if all else fails, help you with the bills, help you pay to keep lights on, literally keep the camera rolling, keep the microphone recording, keep the ads so you could just probably get a sale that could help you. So it helps. It helps. It's an investment in itself, but if you could buy in bulk, try to make things, it can lower down the initial cost, and you can just kind of out you maximize on the profit. Then that could kind of help you with the bills. It could help you with whatever you need. It's help. It's better than nothing. So you gotta look at it like that. Number 18, merch encourages loyalty over casual followers. Followers scroll, supporters buy. So once someone buys your merch, you know they're rocking with you. You know it, and that's another thing. It's like not only are you on to something, but they actually want to purchase this and be a part of it, which is it's amazing feeling. And you know the difference between someone who supports you, and someone who's just looking for freebies or just haters. You want to stay away from those people. You're trying to grow. Number 19, merch makes live events more profitable. If you host podcasts, performances, or networking events, merch becomes high margin income on site. I always say this, like, it's not about money, but it's like you want to maximize your time. You want to be able to capitalize off of your moments and what you're doing in a real world. And like I said, if all else fails, at least you sold something and made some money. Most people actually go to events and stuff like that to spend money, and they want to come back home, and it's like a memorabilia for them. It's like a souvenir for them, especially if they are not from here. So yeah, prepare that. Make sure you have that so people can support you and further your brand and help you get to the next level. And our last 20, merch connects message to the mission. So if your audio and video carries theme, discipline, comeback, discernment, etc., which is Crackmasters Productions, merch turns those messages into a wearable statement. It's self-explanatory. So I see a lot of people, they got a lot of views, they got a lot of comments, they got this, they got that, but they don't have anything to capitalize off of that. They're solely focused on a stream, which is hurting their business and their brand. Or maybe they're just focused on just the service or the product that they have, and it's cool, but you gotta have some merch. It's not only um needed for, like I said, those in between dry months, weeks, years that can kind of really help you out with staying in business, but at the same time, it helps you with promotion, helps you to grow, helps you to expand. Other people are gonna see it, they're gonna want to know what's going on, and they can invite them to pay for the service that you have. So merch to me is everything. It's very important. It's cool. It's dope. Makes you feel good. You yourself know, okay, this is the brand. It reminds you, makes you go harder. So this is Intro with Info podcast. And it's time to play another joint. So let's see. Play Believe. Let this rock out. It's me on my singing shit. The Masterpiece One.
Track masters, baby.
Can't live in fear. I gotta get up and keep it going. Don't know what's next.
That's Believe. So, that being said, it's your boy Intro the Intern, and this is Info with Intro podcast. It's been a pleasure. This episode is about merch. Stay tuned for the next one. Later, y'all.